For some man, I don't like OBS. I prefer the the one that bring you the capture card. Oh shit! So it's funny cause I got the magic power and everything. Oh my god, it's fucking stupid. They lost all that shit. I don't think it was created by intellectual people. I think it was more immoral people. People that just don't care about minorities. Or just people in general. I feel like it's like a Resident Evil game. They just hire a pharmaceutical so they can develop a virus so they can use it for war and sell it to the highest bidder. I feel like a Resident Evil movie. You're fucking magic now, God. Well, for how I see it, it's like it's a it's a fact, man, that big countries like United States, UK, Russia, France, if they want, they will kill each other. But I believe that their dick contest, they will do that like in other countries, like they did in the Cold War. Like United States didn't fight against the Soviet Union like face to face. They just went to poor countries and they divided the country. One support the communist side, the other one the capitalist side, and that's how shit happens. Like you remember, have you ever watched Naruto Shippuden, the paint art, when he's playing and Naruto was like how Konoha was really the bad guy, how yeah, but remember, not everyone is spiritual, but they just don't care about people. They just see like assets, like a gear in a machine. So anyway, when Pain talked to Naruto, when he impaled him with those rods, he told him how you said that I'm the bad guy because I came to the village and destroyed it, but you don't know that when big countries they're in war, so they don't affect their interests. They don't fight in their territory. They go to other small countries, or countries that are not developed, and do their shit. So that happens in real life. Just have to see history. Use read a book. When Spain went to war against United States to have the freedom of Cuba, they didn't fight in United States or in Spain. Where they fought? Cuba, Puerto Rico, Guam, Hawaii. And who suffered that? The locals. Yeah, I have friends like I'm very open minded. I'm not like super left or super right. I prefer to be in the middle because there's good stuff in both sides. And there's bad stuff in both sides. Like everything. That's how life is. It's a balance of everything. That's what life is about, you know what I mean? It's about balance. Yeah, like I don't know if you ever read The Prince, but there's The Prince is a book from Niccolo Machiavelli. He said to be a good ruler, you don't have to be a great ruler. You don't have to be a good person. And I think that's true. And so I think I like to be just to everything. Like for example, I'm a minority, but I don't attack Donald Trump. You know what I mean? I don't support him, but I don't attack him, because for sure he has done good stuff, and he has done bad stuff. But guess what? Obama did the same thing. People don't talk about it because he's half black, or they didn't live in other countries like world countries. But I live in PR, and because we're a U.S. colony, we're supposed to be treated equal, but we're second-class citizens. So there were a lot of injustice. So he, like Obama too, like he did good stuff, but he did bad stuff too. So that's what I think. Everything's a balance. We should look everything objectively. And honestly, it will sound cruel, but I don't think people, I don't know, above 65, they should be allowed to vote. Because, man, they're more closer. They have one step inside a coffin, you know what I mean? And then because our generation are fucking lazy and they don't want to vote, we let old people that are about to die, let's say this, like, be in control of our future. You know what I mean? Like, our future depends on those old people because they're the one that votes. And man, they're gullible. They believe everything. They see everything like a color. Like, you're blue or red. They don't necessarily see what's good for everyone. They just see like individually, like what's good for me. That's the problem. But I don't think that's a race stuff or country stuff, or I think that's human being shit. You know, we're like that. We're selfish. There's nothing gonna happen that is gonna change that. You know what I think is gonna be our downfall? Computers, man. If we develop that AI shit, I know there's some AI still, but it's gonna be like the Matrix. Because people want their life easier, but by making it easier, we'll be the architect of our own doom. Because jobs will disappear. A bunch of shit. Like, people will become dependent to robots or do forget to do basic stuff. Like, there's even toilet that clean your own butt. You know what I mean? Like, simple stuff like that. So I believe like being too much advanced will make us how is it, like, useless. There's this I how you say, there's a stuff that I always said I wouldn't say I created, but I don't have a name for it, but I said that humans, that all of them have the same disease, and this disease is to justify their evil deeds, their evil stuff, by saying that there's someone worse than them. And like, we create like fictional monsters so we can justify our evil. Like, for example, and that this comes to even simple shit. Like, for example, I didn't went to work on time because there was traffic. So because these people always come late to these people are always wake up late. So that's how the traffic start, or because there's too much people in the city. So you're justifying your bad stuff of why you were late on your job. So there's other stuff, like, for example, I hit my woman. You know what? There's this guy that raped women too. I know, like that. You know what I mean? Like, people try to justify, and there's for everything. There's cases like people just justify their stuff by making, like, saying that there's something that's bad, worse than what they did. And that happens even with presidents. Like, when the economy falls down or something shit happens, they always blame the past president. even in the United States, when they like to, they do their stuff and they justify, that country they ruled by a really bad man. It's fucking stupid. Like, for man, you don't even have to watch politics. Like, just go to fucking vaping and cigarettes that they want to fucking, how you say, prohibited vaping, and those are the tobacco companies that are behind that shit. Because vaping is dangerous and they can kill people. It's like, motherfucker, tobacco too, smoking too. So you're creating a monster that's big to justify your stuff. Yeah, like Chrono Trigger, like everything, like Earthbound, everything. I think that's gonna be the future. I think, I don't know if you know Carl Jung, uh, Carl Gustav Jung. That's the name of it. He's the one that created the theory of collective consciousness. So I think it's like I believe like a lot of people when they see like the end of the world, or they create like movies or games about the same shit, and then happens like 20 or 30 years later. I think like we're connected in some way. I don't think there's not gonna be an end of the world. I think it's gonna be the end of our world, like of how we live right now. But I don't think the world's gonna end or explode or some shit like that. This stuff is gonna change drastically. I don't think it's gonna change drastically like in a blink of an eye. You know what I mean? But it's been changing since the past 11 years. The thing is, we don't know it because I don't want to be conspirators, but the government, the higher people, they're doing that, and we're not. They're manipulating us, and we're not. We're too blind to see that. Like feeding us with garbage on the TV, like dramas, like making us dumb on purpose. Like there's people fighting against universal healthcare, but they prefer to pay more taxes for war. Like that doesn't make sense. Like look at this situation we have right now. Like people prefer, I don't know, to work all their life like throwing boxes than have free education and study something that they really love. And there's actually people against that shit. Like for me, I pay my taxes, but guess what? I'll prefer to pay more taxes if I can have universal healthcare and free education.
I'm so sorry. We really did try our best to save you.
Yeah, I always wanted to go to Alaska, man. But too cold, and they have polar bears over there. The fuck is this? A Digimon? Yeah, in Austin, Texas, like that too. It's all dirty and shit. But that's the thing. People confuse freedom with. Uh, I don't know what's the other. I know the word in Spanish, but I don't know in English. Af- uh, let me translate because honestly I don't know how to say it.
My, Ascot. Pity that you've returned a failure.
Yeah, debauchery. People confuse freedom with debauchery, and right now
We
what
know
we
the
have is
ways.
debauchery. We think that the youth
Caldina?
is a eternal, I don't know, blessing or some shit like that. And at some point,
I
it's,
think I've earned a shot at doing away with those three brats. And then, after I return victorious, we can talk about Ascot.
It would please me if you were to end this circus. You're free to try.
You won't be disappointed.
Caldina!
some way, like I was saying, some way it's a beautiful ideology, or thought. But like, live like you're gonna die tomorrow. But at the same time, people here are living day to day because they think youth is an eternal blessing. They're not saving money. They're living like nothing's gonna happen. Then when shit like this is happening right now, they are all depressed and shit and stressful because they don't have money. They don't, you know what I mean? Don't have anything. Diablo, what does Diablo has to do with it? So what do you think is gonna be the solution? I would say my solution will be creating a place only for them, but not free. Obviously, they will have to work, like cleaning. I don't know, cleaning shit, and actually legalizing some drugs, and making like a place that's only for that, so you don't see shit on the floor or needles. And then educating young kids that do not fall in the same step of those unfortunate people. But I think the best way is that, like, helping them is like create, I don't know, like a neighborhood or something just for them. Then centers that's just for drugs, so they can use them there. And making them work, like something. A lot of people, they're just like that because they're just miserable, or they think they don't fit on society or some shit. So if you make their mind occupy, or go by on something, they most of them like will not use drugs because their minds already occupied. Not rehab, because I know a lot of people don't want to rehab. I will say centers like I think Germany or Holland. I don't know what country does that. So they don't have that many people on the streets, like what's happening in LA, by using drugs and needles on the floor. They actually provide the clean needles, and there's a center that they use the drugs, and we should legalize the drugs and tax them. We eliminate crime. People live on the streets, and the problem they have is like trying to put them to work. Like we can give incentive, or however it's called, like like business owner, like you give them like an incentive with tax or something if they hire like ex-convicts or drug addicts, and actually help them like rehab themselves. I don't think Japan is a good example. Even though I've never been to Japan, I would love to go. But I've seen a lot of, I have educated myself about that. And on the outside, it looks like a perfect world, but actually, it's like really people. They overwork people. They're not paid as good. And they are like really close mind to a lot of stuff. don't know. I've never been there, so I don't know. But I watch like I said, a lot of like videos. I have read, and I would say the perfect country doing that is Norway. Norway, Costa Rica. Well, in PR we use uniform. I think in South America they use uniform in school too. So I think that's like I think even in Europe too they use uniform. I think it's better using uniform than using normal clothes because you don't have to spend that much in clothes, you know. $14 right now. Yeah, that's true. I think not too much on United States, but United States is a great place for people that want to start like a new life, or you know, they say like make themselves better. Sometimes it can crush your dreams, you know, if you come from outside. It's the sad part of it, because you'll be working the same job for the rest of your life, but if you're disciplined enough, you can succeed, you know. What the fuck? I don't know where to go. I'm freaking lost. I would like to go to Canada. It looks like a great place to live. And but let's see. I don't know where to go. Well, Alaska is part of United States. So particularly it's gonna be the same culture, I don't know. What the fuck happened? Not Peru, but I would like to go to Chile. I would love to move to Spain, man. I was thinking about that today, honestly. Oh, Buenos Aires. I would like to go a lot of places, man. Use this one. That looks like a volcano. Let me see over there. Whoa, I cannot show you, I think so. Let me see if, let's see if the webcam doesn't, this one. No, Retro Beat. I think I heard of it, but I'm not sure what it is. No, how do I go over there? Which here? By the way, do you know where I can get Loopy 3DS or Kazukiri 3DS? Those are the HD cap. Oh HD. They are the capture card for the 3DS. I already have one, but I would like to have a new 3DS or new 2DS XL with the capture card. Yeah, check it on eBay, but it's really hard to find because most of the time they don't have one. I think I have to go to the old guy house. I don't think so. Because I like the cables for some reason. How much they cost? I don't know what to do. Freaking lost in here. Bro, I'm going to sleep. I'm freaking tired.